What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about Allehelgensdag, which apparently is a holiday in Norway that translates to All Saints' Day, and it is today. So happy Allehelgensdag to any Norwegians out there. Now, to be honest, I have no idea what this is or what this means, because we don't have this holiday here in the United States. So today, I really want to learn about what Allehelgensdag is and why it is celebrated in Norway. So it says here, in Norway, Allehelgensdag literally translates to All Saints' Day, and it is a quiet, reflective holiday with a deep cultural and emotional meaning. Oh, wow. So this is kind of a serious holiday. Even for people who aren't religious. Oh, what? It's celebrated on the first Sunday in November, so today, and it combines Christian traditions with Norwegian customs of remembrance, reflection, and honoring the dead. Ah, that's what it is. What that's awesome. you know, I can't help but wonder, why don't we have a holiday like this here in the United States? A day just dedicated to honoring the dead, those that have passed away, those that you love. This sounds amazing. Okay, so this is a pretty serious holiday. Is this celebrated by everybody in Norway? Like, do you get the day off from work? Is this a national holiday? I'm not sure, but it sounds pretty serious. So let's take a look at the meaning and if this has any kind of religious connection. It is about people who have died. The name Allehelgensdag comes from a Christian festival of All Saints' Day. I've not heard of that before, which honors all saints, known and unknown, who have gone to heaven. In Catholic and Protestant Europe, it has been observed since the Middle Ages. But in Norway, it has evolved into a day of remembrance for all who have passed away, not just saints. I love that. I love this. I think we should have something like this in the United States. I don't know why we don't have a holiday like this. It doesn't even have to be religious. Like in Norway, it's just for remembrance and honoring people. I really like this, man. What are the Norwegian traditions? Okay, so I understand what this holiday is for now. What do you actually do on Allehelgensdag today? What do Norwegians actually do? So there's lighting candles in cemeteries. This is the most recognizable tradition. So everybody actually travels to the cemeteries, to the actual graves of those that have passed away, and you light candles. Man, this is pretty serious. It's not like you just sit at home and for a lot of American holidays, for some of them it feels like people don't even really think about it. Like we have Veterans Day and Memorial Day and stuff for our military and for workers, to honor workers, and we have days kind of like this, but it's more like Americans just think of it as a day that they don't have to go to work. They don't actually really honor what's supposed to be honored. There's other holidays too, kind of like that. But this actually sounds like Norwegians take this pretty seriously. If you're getting out of the house, traveling to cemeteries and graves, lighting candles, this is pretty involved, actually. On the evening of Allehelgensdag, families visit the graves, of loved ones to clean the gravestones and place candles or lanterns. That's amazing. This sounds really special, actually. Cemeteries across Norway glow beautifully with hundreds of flickering lights, a striking sight against the November night. What an amazing way to honor people who have passed away. Just visually, I'm trying to imagine like these cemeteries with all these glowing candles and lights, and it sounds amazing, to be honest. Even non religious Norwegians will take part. It's seen as a way to honor ancestors and remember those who have died. I love that there's just a day every year where to do this because it's not always easy to dedicate time and days to remembering those who have passed away or for people who want to have closure or special time for those that have passed away. It's nice to have a dedicated day where everybody in the country, everyone in Norway is taking part. That makes it more special, even. Church services are common, especially if you're part of the Church of Norway. Many churches hold Minnegudstjenester. It's a memorial service where the names of people who have died in the last year are read aloud. Atmosphere is quiet, respectful, emotional. That makes sense. This is obviously going to be a very, very emotional time for everybody, really. That's what's kind of nice about it. It feels like everybody is in it together. I assume a lot of people in Norway take part in this. I don't know for sure. It just sounds like this is a really popular holiday. Cultural feelings and symbolism in Norway. Allehelgensdag is after Norway's dark, rainy autumn, just before winter. It's a time associated with reflection and the changing of the seasons. That's right. It's kind of an interesting time right now. Right before winter, it was just kind of hot and nice or maybe rainy in Norway. I don't know. And it's just kind of this in-between time. It's cool. It's a good time of year to do this, I think. The light from candles symbolizes hope, memory, continuity. Those who have died are still part of the community. Many Norwegians describe today as a day for the heart. It's not a religious obligation. It's a meaningful cultural moment. Amazing. Again, I keep saying this. I love this. I love this holiday. I've never heard of it till today. We should have this in America. I think this would be amazing. The relationship to Halloween. That's right, because it's very, very close to Halloween today. The connection to Halloween is known, but not very strong in Norway. It's funny, because, Halloween has a little bit to do with the dead. I mean, here in America, Halloween, it just happened. It's more of a day of being silly and dressing up like a scary dead person, not really for honoring the dead. So there's kind of a connection there, but it's not at all. Halloween is not for honoring dead people. It's for being silly and getting candy in America. Halloween, or Allehelgensaften, is celebrated by mostly children. Yeah, October 31st with costumes and candy. So that sounds the same in Norway, how you celebrate Halloween. Allehelgensdag is separate and a much, much more serious day. Okay. It's much more for remembrance, not for fun. That makes sense. That totally makes sense to me. What might surprise Americans about this holiday? Okay. How peaceful and collective it feels. Instead of parties and parades, Norwegians quietly gather at cemeteries to watch candles flicker in the dark. Yeah, it's really sounds very peaceful, very calm, perfect for honoring those that have passed away. Yeah, it's kind of nice, especially after a time like Halloween where it's kind of crazy and silly to then have a day that's very serious. I'm sure this means a lot to a lot of people, this holiday. It's not a political or controversial. Even non-religious Norwegians participate. It's part of community life. I like that. The visual beauty. Entire graveyards glowing on a cold evening is something a lot of visitors find moving and unforgettable. That would be incredible. The only time I've ever visited a cemetery or a graveyard was at a funeral when somebody was being buried. So graveyards in America have a very, very sort of almost negative connotation. Graveyards are very depressing. People don't really go there. People don't really want to go there. Whereas this holiday really creates an opportunity for the graveyard to be a space of like where it's kind of emotional and almost peaceful and calming, and the community gathers, and it creates a much better space, which is a much better sort of intention for the graveyard. Whereas here in America, graveyards are just like these scary, empty, depressing places. Whereas I like how you guys bring candles, the community gathers. It makes it a much more sort of positive sort of feeling. While the US celebrates Halloween, October 31st, Norway's observance of the All Saints' Day is the first Sunday of November. Okay. Um, ooh. Oh, wow. These are pictures. Wow. Is this actually what it looks like? So there's little lights or candles, like at all the different graves. This is amazing. And I imagine there would be people gathered at their families' graves with lights, just reflecting, maybe talking, or maybe it's quiet. I don't know. It's beautiful. It actually makes cemetery look beautiful instead of scary. This is really nice. Wow, is that it? I think that's it. This was really, really cool. This is a holiday that we don't celebrate, that Americans don't know about. I love it. We could definitely use this in America. A lot of Americans would really appreciate a day like this. And it doesn't even have to be a religious thing. So I think it could, a lot of Americans would love this. We just don't even know about it. But it's really, really cool to see how Norway celebrates this and how you have this. This is amazing to me, actually. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on Allehelgensdag. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If you celebrate it, if you know about this, I mean, today is the day that a lot of Norwegians, it sounds like, will be going out to the cemetery to participate in this. So I hope that goes amazing. This is an amazing day. It's really cool. Anyway, if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and learning about Norwegian things I've never learned about or seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.